Hi, I don't know if using this is going to make a difference here or not because I don't know how this photo booth thing works in that regard, and that's how I'm recording. But I guess we'll see. I'm using it because I'm at the park, and there are a ton of kids over on this side. There are a ton of dogs in class over on this side. I've been here for a long time, and so they've now descended. I haven't written or I haven't vlogged in a few days. I've been really concerned about my battery life on my computer, and this uses more of that, and sort of the way that my logistics have been working. I haven't really been sure when I was going to be able to recharge, and I was feeling like I wanted to allow the computer power for writing if I needed to, and so I've been doing some scarcity thinking is really what it boils down to. Because the other night I wrote for about 2 hours, and when I saw that my power was down to 4%, I just made a request that it just somehow leap back up, and it did to 5% for quite a long time, quite a lot longer than it should have, theoretically. So that's real, apparently. All that praying stuff is real. This has been a really tough couple of days, though, and I thought I really need to get on here and share with you because this is real. But I've been really struggling through. Like, I can see that everything is good externally, and I can see that nothing has changed. Circumstances haven't changed from when I feel really good, and yet increasingly I've felt this real anxiety, like almost to the point of some anger just sort of waving through me, and it's not like affecting other people. I mean, I'm not like, giving that to other people, but it's it's in me, and it's trying to do something, and I'm still trying to figure out what. So I've been asking for some support today, uh, and a very wise woman that I'm so lucky to have found in my life has shared, just sit with it and be willing to let the messenger bring you the message, and whatever that is. And so I've taken today, and I'm trying to move into that. And basically, the message has been that I was due a day off 2 or 3 days ago and didn't take it, even though it was very clear. I asked for clarity in much of my intentioning, and it was clear, and I didn't do it anyway. Sorry, I'm going to move for the sun a little bit. But I didn't do it, and it's amazing how big an effect that has, and how much competition kind of feeling comes up for me when I haven't done that. And so I'm really, really moving through that, but to also, not beat myself up, but instead just sort of be with the feeling and let the feeling pass through, and know that in empire building, um, I feel like it's competition for, you can't take that much downtime to sort of, work through your crap, right? Um, but really, it's just as much a trust that stopping will be honored. And so today, as I'm sharing with you, it's not even as clear or as focused as usual, I think, but something that's come up. That sun is really wonderful. See, it's over here, but now you can't see me at all. So let me try this. This is a lot better, actually. um, so what I'm finding, though, I also received a reminder as I reached out for help today of just the gratitude list, and have I made one? And it's such a normal thing for me to do now that I completely forgot that I hadn't done it. And so I do want to take this time to be completely open, insofar as I've become aware so far. Um, the openness is important, and I keep having all of these hits for consulting engagements, like really quite a lot of them, and I'm awaiting, what seems like a good fit, if any, and I don't have a lot of information about each yet. So it will be interesting to see how that goes. But again, just letting that that set of things become a messenger is a good thing to be doing. So, but I am really grateful for the message to slow down. I'm really grateful for the clarity that has come, and that there's been really a lot of it. I ask for a lot of it, and I have received a lot of it. And just because I haven't gotten around to hearing it, or heeding it would be better said, doesn't mean it hasn't been there. And I'm also really thankful. I've been outside of Santa Monica for a few days, just kind of taking a break and staying in some other places, and it's been good. I've enjoyed doing that, but I'm really excited at the idea of going home today, at staying there. So that's another piece. I'm really grateful that the pain that I feel from the seeming separation from myself, um, from my peace, is just a really beautiful reminder that it's always there wanting me, that it's always there, and that home wants me in it. That is home, and home wants me in it. And there's never a time when I'm not wanted at home. It's big, apparently, as I'm realizing right now as I'm sharing it with you. I'm also grateful to just have a sense of home. I'm grateful that I feel like I'm going home today. I'm grateful that I look forward to it, that I look forward to being in, a specific part of town. I still don't pass by anyone's home in particular and think, oh, I want to live there. That hasn't happened yet, but there's a lot happening right now, and the background is the background for some of this anxiety, sort of on the earth plane level, is that my ego is very concerned about the money that I am putting forth for raw materials purchases, and that I haven't brought in any income yet, and for what it would be looking for, even though I haven't really set a goal of what it should be. So, but it's very concerned about that, and I think it's important to say it out loud, so that I can get it out of my body. But at the same time, it's a little challenging to know what kind of wording to use around that, and I'm feeling alone about it. I'm feeling like I have to produce it. I'm feeling like the business is mine or something, and of course none of that is the case. None of that is true. It was never mine. It's never been mine. It's not gonna be. Just like everything in my existence, um, this is just beauty and life moving through me, and I'm just sort of here. There goes the light again. There's just the God and creative force kind of moving through me, And when I keep trying to separate that out so that I can go do my part and God can do its part, it's just not, that doesn't work for me, clearly. But that's what I seem to be doing the last few days. So that's what I'm really in right now, is, moving back into just an awareness that Source is the only force. It's that none of this money comes from W-2s, none of this money comes from a particular person. It's just movement of energy and sharing, and to whatever degree I can be open to that. And that's been so real for me the past several weeks, that to feel this estranged from it is really hard. It's really hard. And it's not how things move forward. And even to say that, create sort of a competition or a pressure for things to move forward. And of course, there's no such thing as things not moving forward, really. It's just a matter of what is moving, what it is, what's that identity. But I do want to say, I'm grateful for this beautiful park that I always get to come to, and it's always here. I'm grateful to be sharing this with you. I'm grateful for this car food, this way that I'm focused and harnessed and reined in every day, understanding what eating is from a physical level and from a spiritual level, understanding how that works for me and how that is for me. I'm so grateful to have wise women around. I'm grateful to have patient friends. I'm really grateful for the partnerships that are forming in business, and people caring about who I am and really wanting to build something around what I am. That's powerful. It's really powerful. And I'm really grateful that the resources to post this are coming right now. I have tried to post, I made my first attempt to upload this last week, and not this one, but to start uploading last week. And I've decided I am going to post them in real incremental time, but maybe with a few days lag time. And I don't know how to do that yet, but I also didn't try very hard to figure it out until last week. And when I went to the library to do it, it was going to take an hour to upload like a 10-minute video that I had made for you. And there was hardly anybody in the library, so I know that's not going to be the way that we probably do it. So I'm just sort of calling that in, and so even as I'm feeling this illusion, this separation, I'm just knowing that the power of meditating when I'm this broken is big. That even when I'm not feeling the trust or feeling like the meditation is going to bring me in, I just keep claiming it anyway. And that's pretty new for me. So I didn't meditate quite as long this morning, and then I really needed to be kind of alone most of the rest of the day here, and so I'll kind of move back into that now. But even to meditate for an hour when you're feeling so separate and kind of crying and maybe needing to cry more and whatever, it's still really big for me to claim that even though I don't feel all of these things and all of these claims that I'm making, that I'm willing to create space for them and allow space for them is big for me. So I think that's all for now. I had donuts today. It was weird, but I just couldn't think of something else. I couldn't think of anything is really it. I didn't really want the donuts either, but I just couldn't think of anything that I wanted, and they were there, and I don't know what that was about, but um, but I like to be real with you and with folks, and continue to create an environment where we acknowledge that nourishment comes a lot of ways, and that since donuts are not super nourishing for me, I was in a moment at the time that I didn't know how to nourish myself, and donuts are an example of that. Like I couldn't figure out what to eat, and I couldn't figure out how to be with myself or who I was. And so for me, that's part of the body awakening kind of experience that I've shared with some of you. There's this program that came through me a while back that we're moving into launch for. There is this reality of how we nourish ourselves, and I want to be able to be supportive of the upstream, very, very upstream spaces before we start judging, because it surprises people when they find out that I occasionally eat things like that, and I think I just eat what the body can figure out to eat. Most of the time that's plants with a lot of light and clarity in them, and occasionally it isn't, and so today it wasn't. And I haven't had much else yet. My body's trying to figure out what to do with water. It can't seem to figure out why I need to be drinking water today, although I definitely do. So that's what's going on. It's a little bit jumbled right now, and but all of the opportunities will continue to share and teach and come. And so that's what I'm in. There's not a prettier bow on it for today, but if it's not worked out, it's not the end, right? So that's all.